Two ferrous sulfate tablets were accurately weighed on a top pan balance. Make a note of the mass. The two tablets were ground up using a mortar and pestle. A little 1 molar sulfuric acid was used to form a paste. Great care needed to be taken to ensure that none of the tablets or any of the paste was lost during the grinding process. The paste was transferred to a 100 cubic centimetre volumetric flask. Further 1 molar sulfuric acid was used to rinse down the mortar and the pestle, and the rinsings were added to the volumetric flask. This rinsing procedure was repeated 4 or 5 times until the flask was nearly full. The volumetric flask was made carefully up to the mark with further sulfuric acid. The flask was stoppered and shaken thoroughly. An automatic pipette was used to transfer 10 cubic centimetres of the solution into a conical flask for titration. A burette was washed and filled with 0.002 molar potassium manganate 7 solution. The tap was fully opened to ensure no air bubble remained in the jet. The iron 2 sulfate in the flask was now titrated, ensuring thorough mixing and correct operation of the burette tap. The reaction is self-indicating, with the end point being the first permanent pink colour. Note how near the beginning of the titration, the purple colour of the potassium manganate 7 disappears as soon as it enters the iron 2 sulfate solution. However, near the end of the titration, the purple colour stays much longer and needs shaking to be discharged. This is an indication that the end point is close. The titration was completed to the nearest drop. Make a note of the final titer. You may assume we started at 0.